Hey guys, what's going on? This is Namkraft and welcome to the Sister Starcraft English commentary. Twice in this series we've seen best search ahead leading the score, but Soma has been persistent, resilient, and tenacious, and he's always bounced back. Can he finally take the lead in this fifth set? Is gonna be the question I want to ask here, because maybe Best is feeling the pressure and he might crack, right? Just like, I don't know, the Zerg. The Zerglings crack the eggs to come out and be born in the world. So we might have some weird stuff happening here on Dominator, but so far it's looking very standard. Drones getting made one by one. We're gonna be having no 4-pool or 5-pool business. So I'm very, very glad that happens, because I do have the tendency to actually like long games, like most of you, right? We don't really like to have short games, and that game on Roaring Current was supposed to be a great macro game. It was supposed to be a great macro game, but it turned out to be very sucky. So anyways, gonna be seeing it. It's gonna be once again people cheering in the crowd. So my Korean friend Ryu, what is your name? Go ahead and let us know what are these guys saying. I do want to actually know about it. What is happening? Soma, people once again cheering for Soma. Not bad, not bad. And okay, that's gonna be a 9-pool. This 9-pool is a little bit tricky because what? Because okay, there's Best playing against, who is that? Lita. 27 September, July. What day was that? Can you tell me what was that tournament? I would love to know. But yeah, anyways, so that's that. And this probe has found where exactly Soma is located. He's gonna try to stop the drone from putting down the hatchery. There's the second drone coming out. Will Best return? Looks like Best doesn't return, and Soma will plan down his hatchery without any problems unless something changes, and that has revealed to us that the probe's gonna start to attack. That drone has been damaged from before. It might need to go once again somewhere else, and we're gonna be having some Zerglings behind it, but Best have seen it. So an off-centered hatchery is always a nice thing to have as a Protoss player, to force that upon a Zerg player. There's the spawning pool completed, and Best has seen the third egg getting made, so there's gonna be 4 Zerglings, and then two more Zerglings to join the fray. The cannon's a little bit delayed, and the drone started to move across the map, but Best will put down the cannon now. He's gonna go back to mine, but I think that that additional, okay, only 4 Zerglings in the drone. The drones would actually try to attack the hatchery, the cannon, excuse me. But I think Best has got it covered, and he's gonna try to hide here. He would try to deny that hatchery from coming out, and Best is shown to be very, very cunning, and looks like Soma is not accounting for that possibility. He would try to come out there and try to go for an attack, but no, it doesn't work. Best goes inside the main. And there's a lot of things that Soma could do at this stage. He can actually go for 2 hatch shenanigans, and that drone is trying very hard to snipe Best's probe. We need to actually stay away from the hatchery as much as possible to force the drone to actually waste a bit more time traveling to him. That is a key idea here. But anyways, this probe will not get to the high ground to see. He might get to the high ground, and once he sees the hatchery on the high ground, he's got almost all of the pieces of the puzzle to figure out what to do next here. And Soma has lost the benefit of surprise, at least in the early stage. But this game, Soma has shown that he's playing with his brains and not so much his muscles, right? He's not relying mainly on his ability to micro and muster a large army to go for flanks or surround. He's shown that he's willing to play the mind game, and that drone, what is it doing? I was going to say that, he is relying mainly on his ability to kind of outwit, outsmart, outdo the opponent. There's going to be a corner main, and I think the game is going to stabilize and head on to the next part of the game. So what should I do now? I guess it's going to be the time for me to start to say some advertising. My name is Namkraft. I've actually recently seen a lot of new faces joining the channel, so welcome, have a seat. And please always take a look at the video description for some nice information that will be relevant to you. There's going to be a link to the previous game of this playlist, the next game of the playlist, and the overall playlist URL. So bookmark those links and use those navigational buttons to move around so that you actually don't get spoiled. And if you're going to leave a comment, be sure to say spoiler, enter 4 times, and then just say who you want to say that was the person who won the game. You can also just make some random comments so that the other people, not players, because we only have like the Starcraft players. None of you guys are players in real life, I know, because you guys are all Sims. But anyways, leave a random comment so that oh my god, the probe gets in. The probe gets in. What is Soma doing? The probe sees a mouthful of everything. Some Zelle is going inside the main though. But the fact is that, what do we have? We have a Stargate. He actually go for the surround. The probe's going to try to run, and the probe's going to try to attack. There's no additional hatchery stuff here. There's no additional units inside of Soma's main, which means that it's actually not worth it to go for cannon in Best's main. And Soma's not paying attention. He lost a drone. Losing a drone is a lot worse than actually losing a probe, I believe. But a probe he will fall. I think several probes have lost their lives already. Another probe has died. So 2 more Zerlings gonna try, and these micro battles are very, very intensive for both of these players. But I think Soma is taking the maximum damage to Zealot. Not going to work. What is Best doing with his Zealot? About 5 seconds, not doing anything at all. The micro battles will benefit Soma, and there's a Hydrant. There's a Hydrant, but at least Best knows that he doesn't need to make cannon in the main because the timing is good. And once again, the Zealot is way too late. The Zealot is way too late. Actually, Best is not allowed to mine gas for a long, long time. He's going to try to come forward with a probe to scout. And more Zerlings might be trying to go for an attack, and Best is losing way too many probes. I mean, this is the kind of micro you expect from a 3-year-old, not from Best, man. He's going to be losing more stuff. I mean, 2 Zerlings should not be that hard to fight with. You need to make additional cannons. Another probe might fall here. The Zealot's not trying to play, and this is going to be Zerlings surrounding and going inside the main. The cannons are not completely on time, but Best has closed out the gap. And now 5 Zerlings have been in the main. That's going to be very, very problematic. But the fact is that, okay, there's going to be a cannon finally made. And I guess Soma will try to invalidate or incapacitate the cannon very, very soon. He's going to try to come around the probes. They're trying very hard to put the probe back. He does put the probe back in time. So the game's going to stabilize. Soma with 35 supply and Best is 42. I guess Soma has killed a lot of units. But the fact, the truth of the matter is that he took a lot of hits on his drones too, and hits in the early stage on your drones is a lot more devastating than hits against the probe. But looks like Best has lost way too many probes, man. That's insane. If Best can actually get one of these Overlord, it's going to be a much better situation. But he's going to be losing his Corsair. He's going to have to back up now. He's about to lose his Corsair, but he keeps his Corsair alive for a while. The cannons in the main is completed, so the Zerg can actually go towards the front door to support these Hydra's attack, and Best doesn't have any idea at all. He's going to be losing another Zealot. That's going to be insane. Best, I mean, what the hell is up with this micro? Or maybe Soma's micro is just way too good this entire time. You need to send one of his Zealots back, and there's going to be 3 Zealots to block here, so that's going to be just enough. But the Forge will fall. The Corsairs need to be very, very covered now. It's going to be important for Best not to loot the Corsair, but just try to use it to see information. Do not actually hunt for any Overlords at all. Anyways, Best need to send one of his weak Zealot on the other side, and this is a mistake, dude. You had a weak Zealot, you need to send it to the front. You actually don't need that many Zealot to attack against 3 Zerglings. Just 1 Zealot is enough. Just 1 Zealot is enough here, and that's going to be 5 hatcheries coming up for Soma already. Soma is looking very, very strong, but Best, of course, is looking forward to that mid-game push here. We're going to pay him a lair, and Best cannot lose his Corsair. And he needs to keep his Corsair alive and don't use it to hunt for any Overlord. Just run it around, or maybe just park it somewhere and come back to scout. And that's going to be a front to attack. Best is to react. He is not reacting. What is going on? He's losing the first cannon, but he gets a few Hydras, but it's not enough. I think the Forge will fall. It looks like Best's micro this entire game has been terrible. Best will lose another cannon. And looks like he's not making any replacement cannon. I'm not so sure if it's going to be the right idea or not. He's going to try to make now, and Best doesn't have enough money. His money situation is very, very terrible. But behind this, we don't have additional Hydras. The Hydras are going to come in a bit late here. And now Best will have 5 Zealot. He needs to pull the units back. He's going to cancel his Forge and use the money to make the cannon. He cannot possibly save the Forge. Just cancel the upgrade right now and make more Zerlings. And you can see Best's money situation is terrible. It's so bad. And will Soma dive in? That's going to be the question. Only 1 cannon for now. Best need to react. Oh my god, slow reaction. Such a terrible slow reaction. That was so slow. You had 1 job. And I mean, this is reminiscent of that game between Slow. John Slow and who's the other guy? Soki, a long, long time ago. Anyways, +1. Looks like it completed. I don't know how. But anyways, I think the cannons should be done now. And massive Hydras coming across. But we're going to be having Zelle with lag here. Best need to pay attention. Not to lose another cannon. Need to pay attention right now. Only to take, I guess he's gonna be waiting for leg to kick in, so this is the reason why he's not engaging. And Best need to know that there's massive Hydras coming across. They need to make a lot more cannons he's making, but Zelle with leg has completed. You need to actually dive in, wait and get ready to dive in. Both players are waiting anxiously. It looks like someone dive in, and Best is diving as well. Probes to get pulled here. The 2 cannons are not enough to hold. He would need to attack, and he's got maybe just enough forces to hold. He presses the pushes the Hydras back, and he's got enough to surround. It looks like someone doesn't have enough. Someone will be losing so many Hydras in this engagement. Best might sack all of his Zealot in exchange for a few cannons to come out in time here. It looks like there's just not enough. He's gonna dive in here, and some 3 cannons are done. The probes to get pulled right now. The probes are not getting pulled. Best doesn't have enough, and Soma has triumphed. Oh my god, a miscalculation and losing way too many probes in the early stage of the game is gonna cost the game. Another cannon is fallen, and Best doesn't have enough money. He will try to come out. He's got 2 Corsairs, but not able to do anything at all. He's gonna dive in once again. The Corsairs will try to go hunt for the Overlords. Can he actually get a darter or something? That it's gonna be very hard. Only 1 cannon. Best doesn't have enough. It doesn't have enough force, and the Corsair is gonna be falling. 1 Corsair is down. 2 Corsairs down. But the Overlord is gone. But does it change anything? I don't think it changes anything. Another Zealot is going to try to spot here. And at last, the Corsair is going to fall. The probes are trying to surround him, but not enough. And Soma, for the first time in the series, will take the lead. He will take the lead, and we might have a Zerg in the semi-finals and possibly in the finals soon. But very nice fight here from Soma. But anyways, the Dark Templar is here. He needs to attack hard. He needs to make sure he doesn't lose too many probes, but he's losing way too many probes. So even if this Dark Templar can actually do a lot of attack, it can actually not help at all. And just massive forces coming through, and this Nexus will fall. The Dark Templar actually should try to go back and just try to play the long game. That's right, Dutch is going to try to move across, and Best is going to be forced to remake a lot of stuff. The Corsairs, where are they? Where are my Corsairs? They are actually not anywhere useful right now. And okay, there they are. Actually, maybe the Corsairs actually do something. There's a cannon inside of Best's main, so maybe that will help with something. Anyways, Oblas are coming across the map, and we might have another attack. So the Corsairs is going to try to check, and there's going to be a lot of Zerlings coming to. What are these probes trying to do? Zerlings going to come in to finish the cannons, and Zealots are way too slow. This is just like problems compounding upon problems, and when we have that Zealot not being useful at all, just striping some forces, but not enough. And at the last minute, Best is losing a lot of forces. He's going to try to hunt for overlords, but behind it, need to actually put up a lot of cannons. And there's going to be some dark attacking. Is it going to be enough for Best to come back? Best is about 20 supply differential compared to the enemy. There's a Dark Templar going through, but it's going to get stopped in the middle of the front door here. And that's slightly problematic, and there's going to be more probes losing their lives. And Best cannot make cannons. His probe saturation is terrible. He's got some tech, and that's it. Hydra's going to be coming back, but Soma's upgrading Overlord with speed for sure right now. He's not even going to actually make any muters or any scourges. He's just spamming on that Overlords with speed button. Anyways, one more Corsair has fallen, but there's going to be some cannons coming up. And where the Dark Templars, I think there are some Dark Templars around. I don't think it's enough to hold, though. Best is going for Forge upgrade. He's going to try to surround. He might want to have a high ground advantage. Not a bad place to engage here, because that's going to be buying by in time for those Hydras to getting pushed back. And there the Dark Templars. All of his speed has completed. So it's going to be the mission impossible now for Best to try to come back. He's going to have to hold with whatever he's got here. But looks like there's just way too many Hydras. And the Dark Templars will fall. And all of the Dark Templars will lose their lives. Even the Zealot as well. And Soma will plow through. There's one cannon. Yeah, he's got one cannon. Best doesn't have anything else. We might tap GG very soon now. So that's going to be a very nice play from Soma. So thanks a lot for watching this game. Let's move on to the next side. Let's hope that Best can actually tie the score up 3-3. And we're going to be moving to the 7 set. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye-bye.